Alright, time to figure out what the fuck we're going to talk about. Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Bragg.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with Bragg.
So, Amazing Defenders came out.
It did.
Not that many people are aware of it. I feel there's no one buying it. So I've been raising the word of everyone buy Amazing Defenders and try and sell me the Mink Uncle cards.
Do you not have everything you need now?
I could always do with more.
Yeah.
Also, you've misrepresented it. It's not that people aren't aware of it. It's that people,
People
do not care.
People know Amazing Defenders is released.
Yeah,
This is worse than Duelist from the Deep. At least Duelist from the Deep, there was a ghost rare and droplets you could get. There is nothing in this.
Yeah, it could have done with a
There is a collector's rare 1-for-1.
Yeah, but that's still 1-for-1. It's between Fire Hydrants, Eevees, and the Ritual Women.
I have now fully switched. I want to play Fire Hydrant deck.
Yeah.
Didn't we recently go through the fact that it's really bad?
Yeah, it's really shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's really fun. I think being able to be like, set 4 spells and trap cards from deck and looking at your opponent and going, oh, I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Chain Havness chaining Perm.
Yeah. So it, and even the other two archetypes. I mean, Mick also struggles a little bit in that meta, but it doesn't get done by the shuffles and stuff. So it's actually kind of cute. Been talking to Paul Pelican a bunch from the chat. Like we've been just workshopping this all week. It's been fun times. It's kind of a special. I'm going to probably play as a special engine in tier until something happens with tier, and then I'll think about the Liberance.
Even then, it's sense for effect. So like, you just play it in tier. With engine, you just go. It's a steal that you can play in tier that also triggers your tier monsters.
Yeah,
like,
it's
logical.
Yeah, it's cute. And that was my week of just building that and then missing originals, but playing a really good locals as well.
Yes,
Really good.
That was
I enjoyed that local.
yeah, that was a fun experience. Even though it was only 4 people, it was still like
because everyone's at the regional was like, people at regional, I'm not coming in.
yeah. Even though only 2 people are at the regional.
Yeah.
Well, set to be what? 4?
It was supposed to be 5, 6, including you.
Well, that's the thing, because the pre-reg thing, I was never really in it. Like, if there'd been spots available, for sure, I would have been there. But, yeah, so if the spots were available, it would have been 6 of us, because Kurt would have gone as well.
Yeah.
It might be time for that certain store owner to think about hiring out the bowling club function room down the road. That's all I'm saying.
That's like 100 people go.
And they would do more. They would easily keep going, and that would be like really good for the region, and like because that is out Western Sydney.
I suppose the issue is they don't really have any staff outside of like the 2 owners, so to actually run it at another club, you would need more staff. Because it's a matter of either running it in the store and then you don't have enough room to cater.
The store is no, but the store is not open.
It is open.
No. Like, so they actually close the store on Sundays. I believe it's not open.
Yeah, they only run it like they'll do tournaments on it.
Because I've always been like, oh, is the regional actually on? Because it says store closed on the opening hours.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not an issue. The store is advertised as being closed.
Okay.
So their 2 workers could just run the tournament elsewhere, like other rare areas do.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Orange is at the bowling club.
I got worried last night because they got their store listed and then the address. I'm like, oh shit, they've moved it back to the store and there's a player cap of 64 this time. I'm like, oh god. But no, it's still the bowling club. I just think that they've got that cap because that's probably what they talk to there. And also it seems like
I think. So they've gone for a cap of 64, but there is so much fucking space in that room.
Yeah.
With a 64 player cap, because that's what it was last time. So nice.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this regional.
You get an entire desk, like an entire table to yourself. Like, full-length table to yourself.
It'll be good.
Nice.
It'll be good.
Season Orange next weekend. Next Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, next Friday night, we'll be making the trip down. If you're in the area, come to whatever the pub is that we're going to. Yeah.
Like with YCS, if you see us, have a chat. I love talking to people. Even with Paul, like playing a couple games with him at YCS. And yeah, my YCS sucked for those who were keeping count. And that was my month in
All of us had a
Yu-Gi-Oh.
pretty miserable YCS.
Yeah.
Ben!
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh! What was that? I'm playing Madolche. I was playing Madolche. It was fun. Like, it did exactly what I expected to do. No point did I win a game I thought I wasn't going to win, and no point did I lose a game I thought I was going to win. So, yeah, this kind of does its job, doesn't it? And now I've switched on to what I'm playing for Orange, Redacted. Yeah, I've decided to play Redacted for Orange. Really thought that, like, I'm going to test some stuff out. I've got 3 blank in the main deck. I think I need to change my side deck out, because, like, having 6 copies of this cause issues. So I'm just going to, like, cut those out, and I just need to work on that. Once my side deck's finished, I think I'm good for the event.
We could nearly cut and paste that speech into every... what are you doing to prep for this tournament?
Yeah.
And that'll work.
Yes.
He's definitely talking about Rescue Ace.
I'm going to walk out to Orange and be like, shh.
Yes, that's right.
To be fair, okay. I don't know how this is going out for him, but Poe is playing Rescue Ace at Penrith today.
He is.
He is in the room playing Rescue Ace.
Actually,
YCS champion.
As it happens, I might be able to tell you exactly how he's done.
Did Poe top 8?
If he top 8.
Jake be like, I can tell you exactly how he's done. The top 4 are not on this list. Although Fox came 3rd, actually.
Fox is 3rd, yeah.
You see Poe? I swear, fucking Poe.
If he top 8 with Rescue Ace.
No, he came 34th.
Hey, that's some Rescue Ace results.
It's 35th.
So,
No,
the best players in
half the
Australia
room.
came 35th playing Rescue Ace.
In a room of 100 people.
Do not pick up that fucking deck.
It's bad.
A YCS champion
probably
couldn't
looked at it
even
and
pilot
like-
to top 16.
Yeah, he probably looked at it like, oh, it's kind of like Sky Striker. It's a bunch of back rows, just one monster.
You can't... No, it's
But Sky
not.
Striker
It's
also
Jake.
sucks in this format.
It's not one monster.
It is.
No, it's not.
It
Oh,
is.
heaps. No,
No.
the other ones, yeah.
But they're bad. You just want the big
Jake.
one.
Jake, that's not how that works. You see, it only works if you control 2.
Oh, this is even worse than I thought.
So they all special themselves except for Fire Hydrant Man. So you can like use the special add Fire Hydrant Man. I think if you summon one while Fire Hydrant's in your hand, it summons out, and yeah, that kind of shenanigans happens.
Yeah.
But Fire Hydrant only protects everything if you control another one. So you want to go Fire Hydrant and the big boy, the Chaos one.
Yeah,
So
Fire
Set
Hydrant's
4
integral.
from deck, and then Fire Hydrant lets you activate them the turn you set them.
It's so fucking tragic. All of these archetypes are fucking bad. I'm sorry.
No, not bad.
They are.
Rescue Ace is bad.
Rescue Ace needs extra deck monsters.
The furry EVs are doing something in OCG as well, but that's obviously
Nothing in
Splash.
Rescue Ace locks you to Rescue Ace, does it?
Don't think so.
I would fucking
No,
acknowledge
just
this
yeah,
shit.
all the archetypes in this pack as well just don't have restrictions.
You can make the Weller.
Their biggest restriction is that their archetypes are very bad.
It's I don't mind the concepts. It's just when you've absolutely nailed the other 2 archetypes.
So here's the thing that, like, they've not locked, but they are, and I'll explain why. So Mikanko is ritual, but not. It's all to do with
Equips.
equips and stuff.
It's not ritual.
The main monster is a ritual monster.
Yeah, it just makes it searchable.
And then you have equip cards. Equip cards target and are generically slow. It's a quick play. It's a normal spell that you have to activate twice effectively.
It could be a trap that you have to activate to equip 20
Yeah,
monsters.
Trap decks are fine.
the activate twice is the rough bit where where getting that triple P pop is definitely something that deck. I mean,
That doesn't work like that. It misses timing.
Secondly, you have fire hydrants that, as you said, need 2 of to do anything on the board, and if you happen to remove the monsters before the back row...
It needs 2 to protect itself.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing. If you don't have 2, then you're up shit creek.
but you summon it and they activate any monster effect, then you start. You've just got to wait. Obviously, if they clear off everything and then activate monster effects, you're like, oh, well, I'll summon out my one guy.
Yeah.
And then finally, the Puri or Puri or whatever the fuck it's called, it doesn't lock in anything, it's generic. However,
They have 1 monster.
they have 1 main deck monster. And to do anything, you need to hit the specific cards off the top of your deck to be able to do all the shenanigans. Like, don't get me wrong, if you hit the right cards, it can fucking go off. but
Yeah.
it's so luck-sucky, so you can't afford to play anything other than the deck to hit the things you need.
The Pearly rank 2 will get played in a lot of Inspire.
Good for them.
Have you read the Pearly rank 2?
Why the fuck would I read any Pearly cards?
It's a generic rank 2 negate.
I care not. Moving on. My week.
Yeah, we'll get to your week.
Yeah, so my week came second on Tuesday, got to the finals with Andrew, got to game 3, and just didn't see an out to the D fissure. That was the main thing. Like, the rest of the board I didn't have a problem with. I had an Imperm set in the D fissure column, but he had the Cosmic for the set Imperm. And yeah, just didn't see the spell trap removal, of which I think I sided in 7 possible cards, plus the 8 in the main deck Heartbeat. And then today in our 4-man locals, versed a kind of mirror against you, and one.
He didn't have the ritual though.
It changes the whole deck. I mean, yeah.
Now he has the ritual because Ben pulled it.
It was just, I can't believe no one in the state listed it for sale. It's wild. Like, my rules against you are shocking.
Yeah, they weren't great.
What do you do? Because those would just be.
You take out the cards that aren't irrelevant so that you hit them more often.
No, straight out. The cards I was milling were my replacers of Bestials, so I just would have been milling Bestials.
I mean, I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, against you, I just had...
He had gas game 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Gas. Oh,
And I was like, damn, I didn't draw any of my redacteds.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't even pay attention today. Fuck.
Yeah, congratulations to whoever won Penrith. We don't know who you are because whoever uploaded the photo...
We do know exactly who it is because he told us in another thing. Andy Liu.
Oh.
Yeah. Moving on.
Is he playing whatever that was called yesterday? So he was playing cash tier, yeah? That's what he was playing in Canberra.
Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's...
tier element.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's cash tier element or if it's just cash. Because it was described as 7 something or other.
Terra 7.
Terra 7.
Oh,
yeah.
7, yeah. What does that mean?
The rank
Oh,
7s.
maybe he got dyslexic and he meant tier 7.
Yeah, that tier 7 could be it.
Could be. Anyway, so moving on to some news. So we start with Master Duel. The Theme Chronicle is underway.
I'm playing it. I've already finished it.
What, finished or just finished where the gems are?
Finished where the gems are.
Yeah.
Gem Knight FTK is just fully legal. Every single card is legal, and it's ultra consistent against other decks that can't kill you either. They like in them 4 spec or some monsters, and I'm like, ha, game.
So, I think the thing that would probably hurt other decks most is particularly, like, I've seen a bunch of posts going around as well. It's like, oh, Crusadia is like the most budget deck around, and yeah, just OTKs. So, a couple of things wrong with that. One, against your deck, it does fuck all, because they're like, oh, you can go first, and you're like, you're dead.
Game.
And the thing is, if anyone makes you go first against Crusadia, you pass on an empty board, and they can't do anything. Because they cannot put enough damage on board.
Oh. Okay.
So if anyone makes you go first and you're not playing Gem Knight FTK, put nothing on the board.
If you set one pass, is it the same?
Yeah, because they can kaiju.
Oh.
So you put nothing on the board and they cannot put enough damage on board.
Okay. Because they would kaiju you into the zone that the max points to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you literally just pass on an empty board. They punch you for a lot. Like, at best, I think I've taken 74 damage.
Yeah.
But then at least it was 600 to OTK them with.
Yeah. Or
It's Megamorph Band.
just kill them. Just kill them with...
Just
Yeah, but I don't
FTK.
have fun
Just
with
go to
FTKs.
their house,
I don't like
kill
to
them
do
dead.
that. It's not engaging.
FTK is really fun to play because it challenges your mind.
No, it doesn't.
No, it genuinely does. Where like there is no predetermined FTK route. You've just got to kind of play with your hand and see what happens.
gotta play with yourself.
Yep. Today I got imperm nibbed and still FTK'd and I was like, oh, I got that.
I didn't even know nib was legal, to be honest, because I've
also playing
I've
nib.
not had anyone drop it on me.
Nib is a light rock, so I can... It's a combo piece, just a straight combo
good.
piece. I can use it for Seraph Knight, or I can use it for the other rock guy.
Yeah.
So for anyone that was curious, I'm playing McKnight Orchest. It's quite fun. I know, it's shocking.
I lost to Magispectors.
I've been losing to some stupid decks too.
It wasn't because it was good. It was because I bricked and needed my normal summon to stay on the board, and it was like banish, and I was like,
Yep.
good work.
That's how it goes with them.
So, the biggest issue I've found with the deck that I'm running is like Scrap Raptor just seems to be the biggest imperm magnet of my life. Anytime I summon Scrap Raptor, they have imperm. So I've lost to Sue Ships because I just passed on a Scrap
You've got to
Raptor.
pay respect to Sue Ships.
No, you don't, because they didn't even win with the Sue Ship cards. They just summoned Utopia double and punched me in the face.
Yep.
That happened. Yeah.
It's Time Thief. Pass. He's like, oh god, no. Now you're going to steal my traps. Oh no.
But yeah, I've found it really fun. It's probably the most fun one that they've had so far because all of the cringy archetypes that generally sneak into this just don't seem to be a thing. Like
I did beat a suicide deck.
self FTK.
And yeah. If they sell 50k successfully, did you win or did you lose?
You both won.
I guess.
It's the best possible draw.
It wasn't even a good self 50k.
Was it just like your Lightsworn deck FTK?
No,
They just milled
so-
themselves out, or
So he activated Karibons, which and I think it was Karibons. The Karibo card, you take 2k damage but don't take any damage for the rest of the turn.
Oh.
oh no,
So-
Kari Bomb is it?
Yeah, so I got hit with that and I was like, well, I can't FTK you. And then he literally just went normal summon, attack, did like 2,000 damage to himself, and then activated a bunch of self burn cards. And I was like, what was the point of this? You could have just let me kill you on the first turn.
Yeah, it's like there's a really flawed logic when people go in with self FTKs.
Are there bots?
I mean, that would be the only way that it makes sense
Yeah,
because
that would have made sense in this duel.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go self FTK, I assume it's a bot program to do it just to grind out.
yeah, that would be the only way it makes sense because like you can build just as effectively to do a win as you could to do a loss.
Yeah.
And the wins, because the way that they changed it when the self FTKs were first prevalent on Master Duel, the win rate is a lot higher now than it is to lose. Like it's 500 medals to win and 50 if you lose.
Yeah.
So time wise, it would only make sense if you just had a program doing it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how difficult it would be just to program software just to go end turn. And then join a match again. End turn.
Just let it don't even burn yourself.
But then you get locked into a thing where it's Crusadia, and they think that you're also playing Crusadia, and they can't kill you, and they pass turn.
Oh, is that happening?
Imagine, no. I'm just.
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm just like.
So
thinking,
there you go. If you can, if you don't have anything and you're going first, pass. But if that happens to you, just pass back. They can't kill you back either.
yeah. If you feel that you're in a Crusadia mirror match,
end phase match.
treat it like Spiral Mirror.
Yeah.
No one play anything until you know you can kill them.
Until you've got more than one cherries. If you cherries, you've lost because you've activated cherries when your opponent got
Or-
monsters.
You just lost.
Oh
the
no!
choice.
No! I've solved the Crusadia mirror, everybody. You play Silent Wobby. You give them a card, you cherries them, and then you can't do the Silent Wobby, and then you can kill them.
Doesn't Silent Lobby go to your field first though? And then
No.
it switches?
No. Silent Wobby just.
Goes to their field.
Sorry.
Careful, slapping the table.
This is the first real test of the new mic, the red mic, the weird mic.
Welcome to Red Mic.
Yeah, this is our red mic days now.
There's a mic there? Haha, red, green, cold efficient joke.
Ah, he's blind.
My eyes are fucked. Okay, what else happened in Master Duel? I don't know if we talked about Mutant Solo Mode.
Yes.
There's a Mutant Solo Mode.
You get a
Bragg
field.
did that.
Yeah, we did it. The video will be up on the channel. Well, I reckon this week I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was riddled with spelling errors.
Yeah.
Just so many translation issues.
A lot of this video is going to be me going, yeah, I'll get done by the error and go, hold on, am I comprehending this lore properly? Yeah, alright. They're
We
aliens.
definitely did talk about this last week because I remember us mentioning that mutants aren't mutants, they're
Aliens.
aliens.
Oh, yeah, I even listened to it, yeah.
Shows how much attention we paid around.
Yeah, I listened to it because I'm doing the time codes. Oh yeah, if any highlights come up, any comment, if you just time code it in the comments and go, Oh yeah, that was shit. You're an idiot. Perfect.
Also, the current battle pass expires on the 27th.
Oh god, yeah. It was,
about like 97 level.
See?
It was 7 days from Friday. I was about to, and I'm like, I got plenty of time. And the whole weekend's
Running out of
gone.
time.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
We've got Australia Day to do it.
Yeah, true.
26th?
Yeah, Thursday.
Oh, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so you've got that. It'll be interesting to see what we get for our next one, what little mate and stuff we get.
Public Declaration, Book of Eclipse.
What? Book of Eclipse?
That's
You
weird.
got Book of Moon?
Yeah, but Book of Moon wasn't a...
It's a mate.
But it wasn't a mate we won from the thing, yeah?
No.
Oh, well, what if it's lonely?
Don't they like doing cute ones? Also, the mutant field's great because you get the
Yeah, I
second little
noticed
thing.
that.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
the extra stuff off to the side. It's like
You get a
having
second mate.
2 buddies. Mates, whatever.
I mean, all of them have the thing that you can engage. In the Ghost Trick one, you get some ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's it just actually is there. He's just chilling.
Yeah, the ghosts are actually there. You can see the ghosts, which goes against
You can-
the law of ghosts.
Fondle the
I
mutants.
can't see Ghost Jake. Maybe you need to get checked out.
But no, it is a nice field as well, and it's a little bit more animated than some of the previous ones, because like once you go into 2,000 or less life points, it all flashes red because it's in meltdown.
And
So
then
the
the cracks
current-
open, and then all the mutants summon your field, and you're like, yes.
No, so when you or the opponent dies in the mutant field, the mutant breaks out of its little glass enclosure, and it just goes.
Explodes.
It doesn't show it exploding; it just shows it shooting off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that would be too violent to show mutants exploding.
Should just be tentacles going everywhere, fucking out your screen and your nose.
In your
Commit to it, Konami.
In the butt.
He took it to the butt. I just took it to the nose. Don't know what that means. So
Don't put into that
have
statement.
we passed the year anniversary at this point?
Nearly.
No, into the month.
So I wonder if they'll play into
I think
going.
it came out
we're gonna get
either
500
just
gems.
after Australia Day. Yeah, there will.
It came out
there's
27th
almost
last year.
definitely an annual, because they're big on that in Duel Links of their yearly anniversaries, giving out stuff.
500 gems.
I wonder if the next dual pass will then lean into that too, where it's a year celebration,
Maybe.
and here's
Blue
a
Eyes, mate.
like an OG sort of
The
mate.
mates aren't cool.
Hmm?
The big mates aren't cool.
No, I've said this before.
Also, Totally Awesome's kind of lame.
Yeah, the thing that gets me with Totally Awesome, I don't mind like the animations and stuff, but the eyes are dead.
Yeah.
It has dead eyes.
It's soulless.
I mean, it is a toad. Like a toad does have those type of eyes.
But not on the card art. On the card art,
It's
its
Totally
eyes are
Awesome.
full of life and wonder.
No way.
Yeah, on the card art, yeah, he's delightful.
I think they're reading into this. I reckon it's just the lighting. I think he's got dead eyes.
No.
Those eyes give me inspiration.
Flat,
Maybe one day
flat
Ronan Toad
Toad
will
in
come back.
2D card art, full of life. 3D Toad in animation, dead.
I'm saying they're both dead. Let us know. Fan arts of Totally Awesome with like cutest eyes.
Yes.
If any of you make it do uwu, I'll stab you.
Yes, oohs, oohs.
Totally Awesomes. Is the top one doing ooh or the bottom one?
Both.
It'd be the top one, because the bottom one's arms are
Top's
engaged.
going ooh, Jake.
I'll defer to
That was
your expertise in the field.
expertly set up.
Yes,
Nails.
scripted comedy. Moving on from Master Duel, we touch quickly on the OCG metagame, which is fucked. So despite the ban list having quote-unquote torn Tier Element apart, it is
when you
still...
look at the ban list, it has not. It's the dumbest fucking way they've hit that deck.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really not addressed
The
it.
only good thing is hitting Kick Callus, but it justifies nothing. It fixes nothing.
Because the King of the Swamp is already like at this moment, like King of the Swamp still like is a good option. Like if I saw King of the Swamp in a topping deck list, I'll go, yeah,
Well, they
that
all,
makes
all
sense.
three. They just play 3 King of the Swamp now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. You just
that's
play
it.
3 King of the Swamp.
Yeah.
It means you can play Window.
Yeah.
Also,
What does that have to do with Window?
well, you can also make Window. So you Carlos on your turn, you Window on their turn.
What's the
But
shit
what
all
does
name
King of
in
the
window?
Swamp have to do?
It makes the shit all, doesn't it?
No, it has to be a named
Named.
fusion monster.
Ah, that's fine then.
What's
Yeah,
he
so you
thinking of though? There's some. It makes Grapha Fusion.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
play the Dark World Fusion. You could make Kaliga.
I swear there's one that makes King of the Swamp, is there not? One that makes... Is it Hex Seal makes?
Yeah, Hex probably does.
No. Unless there's a Dark Hexseal.
I mean,
No, that doesn't even do it either. You could play... I can't remember what its name is. The water... no. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I was like, I swear there's one of those subcards that make it. Oh well.
No. In the most recent Raid of the Kings metagame breakdown, we have Tyrellman
Right.
at 35 and a bit percent. Next up is Sprite Tri-Brigade. Would you like to guess the percentage of Sprite?
8.9.
7.6.
11.4.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little better than
So,
you thought,
yeah,
but
so-
still not great.
All those are 7.6.
No. Next highest is Adamancipator at 4.3.
Oh, my lord.
Then Bestial, same percentage. Labyrinth, same percentage. Purely, same percentage. And Other at 35.7.
Because purely they've got more
Other
cards
and
out there.
Tier Element, so all
Other
the bullshit.
Are just all
And-
the one-off decks.
Yeah. So even at that
Two purely topped. And
seems that way.
But this is a collation of like
all
heaps of
tops.
events.
Yes.
Yeah, so two pure. Yeah, gotcha.
Have topped events.
Yeah, gotcha. I mean, and they've got more cards as well. I'm pretty sure from.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
I think they got some more in Photon Hypernova.
which. Oh wait, isn't that the next one for us?
Yes.
It's like 3 weeks away.
Do you,
Today
know,
is...
do you know what the new Minkunko does? If it does anything?
Oh God, no.
What
I
about
know
the Rescue Ace? Does it also go...
And come 35th.
It does indeed come.
Yeah.
Children.
35th.
I'm working with fucking children. But yeah, it does address the issue that their ban list was ineffectual, and it really hasn't addressed the top deck. Like, it's worse than previous ones where, like, oh, they've just pivoted to a slightly different strategy, the boards are a little bit weaker.
There's
No,
put
it's
three different
exactly the
cards
same.
in. Yeah. So one of the biggest things that once I've now looked back in retrospect at the OCG ban lists, they just hit the wrong stuff in the main deck. Like, so they like put all of the Ishizu cards to one, but they put the bad Ishizu cards to one. They put Mudora and Negito to one.
Yeah, literally the worst.
In the TCG, we're literally just playing one Agito anyway, and Medora is not the searcher.
But
Hand Trap and Searcher at 3.
I mean, if they don't hit a Gato, then a Gato will just start being played at 3, right? That's good enough.
But the other one's a Hand Trap.
Yeah, Agido is, like, don't get me wrong, I love Agido. Like, getting the free rank 4 on board is great, but then it's like dead in a mirror. But yeah, in terms of the ones you hit, Kelbeck being a hand trap as well as a Miller, 100% has to hit. And Keldo being able to search Kelbeck and or Agido and or Medora.
Yeah,
needs
surely
to
you
be
hit
addressed.
those two, the other two stay at. Surely we should be 1-1-2-2.
I think it should be 1-1-1-1.
Yeah, and one or all of them seems completely fair. Shizu only needed one, we only need one.
I think... So, do we see them actually justifiably ban every Tier Element monster?
If it keeps going the way
Or
it
ban
is,
King of the Swamp?
I don't know. I think because here's the thing: there's no standout deck at the moment that's upcoming that effectively takes the spot of Tier Element.
Yeah.
Like Cash Tira was,
And then they hit Cashier as well.
yeah. So Cash has been addressed, and I think the issue is because they're both from the same lore line and there's crossovers of both. You could just put Cash Tira into Tier Element, so it ended up being like a zoo of types.
It's more specifically that one card that is Cash Tier Element.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Card is fucking dumb. Why that exists? Don't know.
And that, like I said, there's just nothing upcoming that seems to take the place of like the next best deck for people to buy into product. But at the same time, like, do we just end up with a dead format for a little while, where all the best decks are dead and just all these rogue random stuff like Purely
Yes.
and like
What
Invoke
should
just
have
comes
happened?
back in there for
I
a
think,
while?
I think it's full well what was intended.
Yeah.
But it's
That's-
not where we've ended up at.
And that's the thing. So I mean, the fact that we're talking about, I mean, so even with Rescue Ace, this card that you free summon when your opponent activates an effect, and then you can turn that into like a +4, and that's piece of shit trash that can be easily countered. That's actually quite a broken combo in retrospect of the game. Some of the the fact that all these don't have hard lock stuff is just so weird. They're good cards, but just tier is better.
Yep.
Sprite is better.
Targeting in general is better.
It's lower the we're coming to a lower the ceiling point where the decks we're going to be starting playing trash decks, and it's going to feel bad because we felt like we used to do more, but. Yeah.
The other question it brings up is, do you think that the TCG learns lessons from this when they come time to smack tier down?
But they're not hitting tier as banlist.
We need a good TCG.
You don't reckon they're hitting it at all?
I think they're going to chip it, but I don't see the stuff that needs to be done.
Oh, look, yeah, like 100% this ban list, I don't think they're going to like take the beating stick out to tier element with like a huge amount of
is depressing as fuck
enthusiasm.
because we're going to just see more tier element.
Well, I mean, who was it? Josh? It was someone was saying, going, "I won't pick up tier element until the ban list." I'm like, there's no point. The first round of hits, it's still going to be a great deck. Just pick up the cards and cop the extra Merleys. Like,
they will legitimately have to like nuke it for it to be not played anymore.
Yeah, I guess it's been. I mean, since August last year, you can nearly just go after those fusion summoners.
The deck's really not that expensive at all. The biggest expense of the deck used to be the triple Ps, and they're down to like maybe $40-50 a copy now instead of the $110 that they were.
Which I wouldn't even hit. Like, it's triple P. It's
well, the OCG did. They brought it to 1.
Which. Who cares? You got to deal with the fusions before that. Let the consistency stay and go. All right, you get your one Shiren. Now what? Or you can't get Shiren because we banned the bastard. You can probably ban Shiren.
Well, this is the thing that Ben and I were discussing before, is that effectively, if you want tier not to be a thing anymore, you have to get rid of everything.
Yep.
If you ban Shiren, limit Havness, limit Merle.
There's still monsters that can activate.
And obviously, ignoring the Ishizu stuff. Which I think should be limited at this point too, because there's just there's no place they reprint it. They've sold that product. Fucking let's do it.
There's no way they also reprint that product because of those sleeves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're never reprinting that. Justifiably, they don't really have a reason. Like, Ishizu really just lives and breathes in this format. Yeah. There's no other time where you can go, oh yeah, I can play Earth Fairies.
But yeah, so they can go hard on it.
You know, the fundamental fact that these cards exist limit Earth Fairies from ever being able to have good cards printed ever again. Yep.
So yeah, like on that, I mean, if they do a ban Shiren, limit the rest, limit the shufflers, it's still the best deck, but it's kneecapped a little.
I think that's probably the way they go. They may well just limit literally everything.
Yeah.
And then be like, you've got everything at 1 for a format, and then we're going to start killing some stuff. And even then, it'll still be good, because Cash Irritor Element's just going to come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think they'll definitely go that hard, but I wonder how... I mean, we're going to be playing tier for the next 6 months. 3 months.
I don't regret selling my tier. I just don't want to play against tier anymore.
I love it.
I really enjoy tier.
I'm keen to see people's interpretations on where you've removed 8 cards from their deck. What replaces it? It's going to be more broken shit, no doubt. But I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
Necromane Kings for the mirror.
Potentially.
If only it stopped... Again, I'm going to say it. If only it negated the chain.
How broken a card do you want? Fuck me.
It just says end the turn. It should just negate the chain. It should activate and then nothing else can activate. And it just goes, turn over. Done.
Because everything else happens in end phase now, yeah? Wasn't that the rule?
Yeah, it moves phase but doesn't stop
the triggers, yeah. It should just negate everything. Not your opponent, no cards, rest turn. Bye.
It should, I mean, because it says goes to end phase, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck. Because if it said end the turn here,
the original text says end the turn, the new text says end phase.
Because it should be end the turn, and then you do everything at the end in your opponent's draw phase, and so then you'd use the effects for next turn. That's fair.
Opponent draws.
No, but they still triggered in main phase 1 because it goes chain link 1 Necromane King. and then all the other ones trigger before that.
Yep.
So then it moves to the end phase, and then if you, like, say you've summoned a Kid Carlos.
Oh, sorry, I thought he was looking for Neko Man King and Chainlink 4 negating the rest
The
of
chain,
the
no, nothing should be able to activate.
Sorry, I was thinking of it going backwards.
It should just go turn over. Your opponent cannot activate cards in response. Then we need a new Neko Man King.
This is the position that Tier Elements put us in
Neko.
that we need ridiculous responses.
And Neko Man King 2 is not that ridiculous.
If obviously Triple P we said is expensive, just try out tier a little bit. I'm telling you, it can be fun. It's fun to play.
It is fun to play. The people that are like hating on it because it's the best deck, shut up. Like,
He's sick of it.
but that's the thing. He played it, and that wasn't his play style. That's fine.
No, it wasn't necessarily my playstyle. I just looked at it and was like, man, I could play something else and get money for this.
Yeah. And the BIS stuff too. It's just, there's a lot of love in it, and I think it's getting a lot of hate. And I hope that we look back on this format in a few years and go, oh yeah, that was kind of cool. Like, we all kind of look back on Zodiac with reverence a little bit. There's a bunch of people that don't.
But Zodiac wasn't a gambling format. Tier Element is a gamble format. Where, yes, you're both playing, you could be playing identical lists, and it simply comes down to variance on the flips, on the mills, as to who wins.
Well, I mean, I'm a degenerate,
Like,
so...
The better player does
gambling?
win. Yes, good players will win with Tier Element, but the better player will not always win.
And that's okay, and I like those odds.
Anyway, what's next in our news stories? Even though was that even a news story? Oh, we'll talk about that was OCG.
Yeah, it was OCG. There's really not a lot of news at the moment.
Jake, you forgot about
regrettably.
Magician of Faith 2.
Well, no, I was literally just about
Let's say
to bring that up.
Hypernova. What's the Starlight reprint?
We don't know yet.
No, but let's say, well, let's guess the bastard.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, it's Photon Hypernova, so it'll be Galaxy Eyes.
Oh my god, he's right.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Well, it's either Galaxy Eyes or a Galaxy Eyes adjacent card.
Starlight.
It's
Starlight,
it's
Photon,
Galaxy
Thrasher.
Eyes
Photon Thrasher.
for ABC format.
Yeah, Starlight.
And
Give the ABC people what they've been begging, which they
It
haven't.
has an ulti, doesn't it?
It does.
more importantly, what do we think will be just the general Starlights of that set? Like,
I don't know enough what's in that set.
well, you've got all the new
It'll be
Cashier stuff.
talents.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Cash tier, Tier Element,
Yep.
talents. Or is it tactics? Or is it triple?
I think it's just Tactics Talents, isn't it?
I thought it's one of the words.
Isn't it Triple Tactics?
Or is
Or
it tactics talents?
I think it's
Or is
Tactics
it
Talents.
talents tactic?
Double T and Triple T.
Triple talent?
Anyway, I need... Stop. I did see something interesting the other day that I suppose counts against tier / cash tier to some extent. Because in normal triple tactics, you need it to activate the monster effect activate in the main phase. The new tactics talent just needs your opponent to activate a monster effect. So for Cash Tira, if they trigger Shangri-Ira to summon a thing, tactics is live. And in Tier Elements, if you have Redweller or Abyss Dweller, it's live.
Yes.
And they have monsters on the board, so the normal trap that you can add would be evenly matched.
Yes. However, Jake, I forgot my train of thought. Insane proclamation. 2 of the Starlights will have boobs.
Yes.
Well, nearly out of boobs, yeah?
No, there's plenty of boobs to reprint. Not reprint, just print in Starlight.
Such as?
I don't know. I'm sure
Because
there's
Cash Tira Tier Element
there's
is not a boober.
100 cards in
Wait,
the
does
set.
Cash Tillman have booba?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh.
not a boober.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm like, I
There's
remember boobas.
100 cards in the set. I'm sure there is something.
I don't
The
know.
TCG exclusive that they don't bump up to Starlight.
If they do that again for something as garbage as the last one, I'll be so angry.
What was
They
the...
bumped a TCG exclusive to
that
Starlight.
Fusion Pendulum?
Oh, that was worth it.
No, it wasn't.
That was worth
That card was bad.
it. No, I don't know, Jake. Maybe you're just not playing it right.
I'm not playing it at all. The card's shit. That's fucking terrible.
It's an instant fusion pendulum.
What does that do for you?
You've instant fusion to pendulum. You can make electromite.
Wait, because... Hang on, how would it work? Because... So, it's a fusion and a pendulum,
Correct.
So does it go by the fusion rule that you can summon it anywhere, or does it go by the pendulum rule that you have to summon it to the extra monster zone?
You can't be legally summoned.
What?
No judge is ballsy enough to make that ruling, so you just can't legally summon it.
Oh, you've summoned this card, you're banned.
Yeah.
Isn't it only from face up extra deck?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking the
I'm
question.
pretty sure it's only face up extra deck.
Also,
that needs to go to
no one's ever playing that card, so I don't give a fuck.
It'd be funny though if like you activate the instant fusion, you go to summon it, and like a judge is just staring at you, and if you play it in the wrong fucking zone,
Where are you
you're
going to
banned.
put it? It just becomes the IP versus Carlos ruling at every event.
Alright.
Judge, where do I have to summon my terrible pendulum fusion?
Summon it, and you'll find out.
I'll declare it when you summon it.
Who whipped it out of like going, oh, that ruling won't come up the IP Rook one, and then it came up in bloody Leo's match.
It came up so much.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people playing IP still, mate. Yeah, someone tried to have that take. It's like,
Yeah.
I thought about it, funnily enough, in the car towards locals today, and I kind of understand the logic against it now, and it's this, in that Rook can't stop inherent summons, and IP's effect is effectively to conduct a link summon, which is considered a summon that doesn't start a chain for the judges watching. Fucking hypersonic, hope you're happy.
Can you Rook double summon?
No, because it doesn't start a special summon. Rook only stops effects that would special summon.
But normal summoning a second time is pretty special.
Tell that to every Flunderies player that's just like, no.
I guess you can't have both. You can't have both the Rook ruling and having the Rook ruling overturned and the Goddess of the Underworld ruling, right? Because remember, like we had that argument. Goddess,
Yeah.
Like it's the same sort of deal.
Yeah. So I understand the logic for either side now. But yeah, the fact that there is even a logic for both sides and it's not just that the TCG has gone, this is how it works, is dumb. Like, they need to be more OCG-like and document that this is how an effect works at this time, and then this is now the ruling that you refer to forevermore.
We should just play OCG.
But 1 out of 5 judges are idiots.
Yes, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend.
Not using the judge?
Yes.
I only know 5 and 2 of them are idiots.
I know who one of them is.
Next news story. Jake.
Yes, so the news story that you referred to before, we do have an upcoming Jump promo, which is in the OCG called the Sacred Magician, but in terms of its translation or localization, it's going to be one of 3 possible names, which would be the Greater Magician of Faith, the Magician of Greater Faith, or the Magician of Faithfulness.
Oh, I think he was going to say the Magician of Faith.
The Magician
Triple
of
Faith or Faith Triple?
Faith. Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have an effect reveal for that, but it's a level 5 and looks exactly the same.
Oh, it's a
as the
level
original.
5?
It's level
Yeah.
5, yeah.
It is.
That will literally never be played.
Oh, absolutely not. But the main thing that you can draw from it is that its effect will be flip, add 2 spell cards back from your graveyard to your hand.
Yes.
If you had a card that just sets any monster from deck, like
There are better cards you could set.
yeah, but would that
Like
be fine?
Crawler Axe You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now crawlers do crawlers become broken if you have like
Absolutely not.
an unexpected die to just set cards? Set 2 cards.
Is that 2 cards?
Yeah,
Link
set
with
2
face down
monsters.
monsters. The fact that crawlers can't
Very
link
good
with
at
face down monsters is
Yeah, like how far do we have to go to break
Crawlers
it?
should be able, the crawler link monsters should let you link some with face downs.
They were brought out at the very start of Links. I didn't think they wanted to bring out a Link that
broke
could
the
use
rules.
face down immediately.
I don't see a problem.
Like, Ghost Trick have 1, and it has 0 attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
How much defense?
Shut up.
Link 1.
So how about the same thing? Unexpected die, but 3 set cards from deck monsters.
That is broken, because then you just tribute them for something good.
How long until we get an unexpected die that comes to
That's all you want it for. You just want to be able to summon Ra.
No, I'm setting all level 6 monsters to tribute for my rituals. But yeah, then we.
I mean, Vendrake got a card that does that effectively.
You should have stopped that sentence at Vendred got A.
So this is what's missing from the format is a broken TCG archetype.
We haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah, it's just we need it. We beg for it.
But what about Goaty, says Josh?
Because Shadows did this very similar thing, but we had BA to just kind of correct it. Yeah, and what was the other? There was an exclusive card running around for something. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get a broken TCG archetype eventually.
Actually, speaking of which, we still don't know what our TCG exclusive archetype will be for Photon.
We know the blurb, but
do we know the blurb?
Yeah, the blurb was like, and it was lame from what I remember.
Yeah, it's fine. We ignore it.
No,
it's gonna be shit.
He always wants to ignore blurbs.
Yeah. It's because it's the start of lore. Blurbs are the gateway to lore.
That Vengeance Lord, I'm telling Vengeance Lord, my god. Wait, was there Vengeance solo mode?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's basically just the plot of Spawn.
I thought you were
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Resident Evil, yeah.
It's kind of both.
Who does the flips through the hallway with the lasers?
Mila Jovovich.
Wasn't that Resident Evil 2?
No, 1.
Oh.
And then I think 3, and then maybe 4 and 5 as well.
Yeah, flips through lasers was like that dude's fetish.
Did Vendrick
get... I want my wife to do flips with lasers.
Did Vendrick... Oh
just secretly wanted a divorce and to claim life insurance at some point, so he's like, we're going to sub in real lasers.
Saddle up, Julius. Get ready for the run, the most dangerous race ever devised by man.
That's a JoJo's reference.
Oh, I was thinking it's like a horse racing reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it is. Oh, no. That's the fucking TCG exclusive archetype. Remember the gold ace or whatever it was, the random light tuner that summoned itself and then summoned other shit. Remember?
No.
What?
We've talked about it. I think the archetype is called like gold ace or something.
Oh, so we've already had.
We got the first card announced, but we don't know any of the others. It's like destroy a monster you control, special summon it, and if it's normal special summon another one from deck, but you're locked into the archetype. So it's already not going to compete against tier element.
Yeah.
So the Amazing Defenders decks are better than this.
I need this archetype. If it's a horse racing archetype, I need it.
Why?
This is a JoJo's reference.
Horse racing doesn't belong to JoJo's.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
Yes,
No, it really doesn't.
If there is a claim that horse racing belongs to JoJo's, I will join every vegan and animal activist and like hate on Melbourne Cup forever.
Not to the JoJo's. I can't find anything about Gold Ace Yu-Gi-Oh.
I can't remember what it's called.
Well, the blurbs.
Something.
I got the blurbs done.
But yeah, it's going to be.
This is why you should listen to blurbs. There's always a JoJo's reference waiting for you.
There is.
Oh, imagine how many JoJo's references he's missed out on.
Yep, just from not paying attention to lore.
One must always pay attention to lore.
The mutant one was interesting until the guy was given side eyes to that mutant.
The guy trying to fuck a mutant.
I reckon.
Okay.
That was a statement. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so we move on to our podcast questions. So, if you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Just trying to find where our questions start.
It makes me so happy.
Did that one last time.
There's just so much cool stuff in there, and like in the deck discussions as well. It's nice like to go in and go, oh yeah, some cool cats. Don't have to be there all the time, no pressure, but
I'm not doing a photo Hypernova video. Not doing it.
Why not?
What?
I got asked to do a Photon Hypernova video and I was like...
By who?
It was in the Discord.
Can we do it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't worry.
What are we doing on Photon?
You're doing something.
You're doing something for Photon Hypernova. I ain't doing it.
Would you do the JoJo's bit at least?
I'll build the JoJo's deck. Yep.
So, our first question this week comes to us from Jesse. His question is... with the rise of interest of 10 Years Old Soul, do you think Konami would ever ban a fair and balanced deck just because it's popular and if everyone's enjoying it? I know they have in the past, i.e. Salamangreat. That deck was not fair or fun.
No, it was not fair or balanced.
In the time that it was not. People look back fondly on TOS format. If we ignore the need for Konami to have to print more cards, is it potentially why strikers are still around and getting support? So, the reason the strikers are around and getting support is because they're women and people in this game fucking suck. As for fair and fun decks, I can't really see them addressing anything with Sword Soul because it's one of the few things that does okay against Tier Element if it's built properly.
I thought the biggest resurgence of Sword Soul was in Mavens, and since we all cracking Mavens to the other shit, that there was just heaps of Sword Soul, and enough players were like, "Oh, this stuff was
I can
good.
finally play this.
Yeah, I can finally play this. I want to play this," and they pick it up and take it and realize it doesn't suck.
I now have Protoss. Oh well. It's gonna be a year since I used Protoss.
Yeah.
I want Protoss back. Now, to be fair, I don't want Protoss back. I felt so bad Protossing people.
Did you?
I don't remember that tournament.
I don't remember you
orange.
apologising.
No, I physically don't remember it.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
I
we got
mentally
home from a
blocked.
we went to a regional 5 hours away and got home and the sun was still up.
So yeah, I don't remember you apologising to anyone when you claimed your second place at that regional.
Yeah, I didn't. No. Big thanks
Did
to
you?
Jake, though, for coming through and clutch. Because I played a guy that was playing Invoked, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly how to beat you. I'm sure you've gotten here because people don't know how to beat you.
See?
Easy dubs.
People whinge about the decks that I play. Oh, Jake's always playing Invoked. Oh, Mech Knight is shit. But I've had multiple people say that they always play around Mech Knights now because of me. And then you and Lachlan are more prepared than anybody for Invoked mirrors or Invoked matches than they've ever been. Granted, Invoked is effectively dead in the ground because Bestials exist. So you don't really need to be prepared for that matchup anymore. But playing around Mech Knights is always potential. Because someone at YCS faced Mech Knights.
Yes.
And also, playing around Mech Knights plays around Imper.
Yes.
Also, they want to keep Sword Soul up at this performance rate to try and sell those reprints of Baron.
True. But there are other decks
point.
coming out that are sort of synchro heavy.
Mick,
Actually,
Mick,
yeah,
Mick.
the next iteration of the Visas line is a synchro deck, and that uses Baron.
Jake, why don't you have your 3 Visa Starfrost?
You don't need 3.
Oh, damn. It's disappointing.
I do need 3 of the Link one, though.
I don't like his haircut.
Oh, I think we have a bunch of those just laying around.
Do we? Perfect.
I know it's rich coming from me, but Visa's haircut's a bit boring.
I mean, his haircut is basically yours, but black.
No, he's got like a bowl cut,
What?
doesn't he?
We're not looking up Visa Starfrost art.
Yes, law!
I need more questions.
We'll get to your questions in a minute.
What?
Oh, no, it's verging more on my haircut, just more aggressive. But it's like that.
Yeah. Well,
It's got like a bob, and that's not
yeah, true. A bob is the correct way to say that.
a law-accurate bob.
Yeah. He's got
Wait,
that
he's got a
bob.
reprint? Oh,
he's
no, it's
getting these
Right.
Yeah.
he's getting in these what do you call
Spots?
it? Stretch. Those big VW family movers, and he's going to pick up the kids. Because he's a good dad.
We maybe did that question last week, and maybe I skipped it because it was too wordy. Because I'm now reading the token question. But anyway, next question comes to us from Mira. Question is, since we didn't get our mid-YCS ban list, do you think we now won't get one until after Photon Hope and Iva? Photon
No
Hope and Nova.
sooner than March 1st effective date.
Yeah.
March 1st is the effective date for the next ban list. And if it's not, I'll eat a finely cooked chicken.
He's got yeah.
That doesn't seem like a punishment at all.
No, he's not eating his pink chicken.
They're not eating pink chicken.
No, but if you're wrong, you should be on a rant. So
No,
pink
it's
chicken.
fine.
Pink chicken rant.
I will have a finely cooked chicken.
But anyway, I detest and reject that notion. I believe it'll be within 2 weeks either side of Photon Hope and Hope. Now, why can't I say this set name?
Jake, what's 2 weeks after Photon happen over?
When does
Ben being right, that's 2 weeks after.
No, wait, isn't Photon Hyper over
it's
the
way
first week?
sooner than what you're thinking.
Eh,
Yeah, it comes out like the 5th, 6th?
it's only a leap month. Leap
Yeah.
month? It's February.
Yeah,
28
still.
days. 14 days after the
28
6th,
days.
which is 22nd. Ban list comes
That's-
out then, effective date March 1st. Bang on.
Does Raven Dread Slayer run like the running zombies at 28 days later?
He's not a zombie.
What? Revendred.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Did you do the law line?
Yes.
He is absolutely a zombie.
He's wearing a mech suit.
That's not a mech suit.
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
You're wrong.
It is.
It's Konami confirmed. You are just wrong. Anyway.
It's his penetrators, isn't it?
Don't say that word to me ever again. So
What's
yeah,
wrong with penetration, Jake?
there's some debate as to whether we believe the ban list to be out sooner rather than later. I think they'll want to address something sooner.
And I think Jake's wrong.
Yeah. Historically, I've been more correct on the ban list than Ben.
In the last,
I'm the champion of the last ban list.
Oh, you may have got the right predictions, but as to when it was released, you were 3 months off.
No, it wasn't.
You were.
It
Not
released
the
on
last one.
Christmas.
It didn't.
Yes, it did.
Jokes aside, it did not release on Christmas.
Yes, it did.
It didn't.
Yes, it did.
You're wrong.
Wait, didn't it?
On law and release, I am correct.
But that wasn't the Christmas ban list the one, not even the last ban list. It was the second last, wasn't it?
No, it was last ban list.
Oh, I thought the Christmas ban list.
There's been 2 ban lists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
the one that
Jake
wasn't on
stole my
Christmas and the
bet.
one that was much closer to Christmas.
Yes. Yeah, see, I was alright. The Christmas ban list wasn't the last ban list. Because Christmas was in September.
Oh, you mean joke Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas isn't a joke. People died for that day for you, Jake.
Just one.
Did they? No, they didn't. That's Easter.
That's true.
I mean,
Anyway,
you can't keep track of everyone in Bethlehem, I guess.
I had a point to say, but I forgot what it was.
I'm good.
The vacancy
no,
in that
no.
stable came from somewhere.
So, wild accusation. What if Konami just doesn't release a ban list for like the next 6 months and then just releases a fucking nuclear bomb?
I mean,
Like,
maybe?
Man.
if we come around to like June 1st and they're like, hi guys, we banned everything.
Okay, so no ban list. How do you fit the cash tier element stuff into tier element? The
You
deck's
don't
full.
need to.
Just make the deck bigger.
No, you don't.
Yeah, like if they do, like that generally makes this game harder if they just don't, if they leave everything alone.
I feel like Brag's just trying to bait them into not touching any decks so that he can
Yeah,
just
what if they just-
play what
No,
he
no,
wants.
I'm keen for the ban list so I have fucking room. I want to tell me what to cut, Konami.
Our next question comes to us from Crobat5.
That'd be-
Combat 5.
For some reason, that joke will never not be funny.
Yeah.
Seeing as how Konami, over the last few months, has printed some amazing decks that will have changed the format, will they unban cards soon to make older decks that were format changing playable again? He's looking at Master Plan. Stop looking at Master Plan! I fucking hate that deck.
Every other Spiral card can be at 3 if Master Plan's banned. That's okay.
That card cannot come
Does
back.
Spiral? How does Spiral go in a tier match? Can't tier stop it?
Yes, I can easily.
Yeah, so Master Plan can come back
Oh yeah, Master Plan's dark.
because then everyone else gets ruined.
That's not a problem, Jake. Master Plan triggers when it goes to grave.
From field.
Yes.
How do they get it to field, Ben?
By summoning it off other cards.
Yes, but generally in the graveyard?
No, they loop it. That's where the problem comes in.
Bestials.
You summon it from deck
When do you summon it from deck?
with agent.
How do you summon it from deck when it's been milled?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You gotta play 3 Master Plan just to play around getting milled, and then you're gonna open a hand of 3 Master Plan and be like,
The millers are just so. The millers and the shufflers. It's just so wild. Like it's just
that's obviously the biggest issue with
It's
this
changed the
issue.
game. Where it's just like, oh crap, I milled the instant fusion or I milled the one of Nini for fucking mixed stuff. But then you go, oh, shufflers. I'll just use 2 on them and 1 on me instead.
We're getting very close to Terrellment and Master Ball.
Yep.
And then it could ruin 2 things.
Just depends on how keen they are to release it. Like, we're still waiting on Illusion of
Oh,
Chaos,
right,
so there's
right.
potential that they just go, you know what, you can wait. You can't have Tier Element at the time frame that it's supposed to come out.
So they released Adventure with hits.
Yes.
Did they just release Terrellment with hits?
Yeah. I mean, I hope so because then
Well,
you
Tier
have to
Element
craft
was
it
a
much.
ramp, right? It didn't just come out and be like, we are the best. Like, Sprite was the better deck.
No, but we just played both. It was both, remember? Like Tier Sprite was just
a
the
bunch
deck.
of people played Sprite. A bunch of people played Tier. Because he was just like, Dangers. Look at my Dangers.
Yeah, the dangers.
Look at my Dangers.
And the thing you have to consider too is that it was in, like, we're thinking of 2 very distinct formats. Like, OCG and TCG mapped out very differently in terms of what was better, what was worse. We preferred Tier here, the OCG preferred Sprite.
I think
And being that they are more geared towards the OCG than they are the TCG, there's potential that they probably see Sprite as initially at least the bigger thing to address. But anyway, that's a thing to address in 9 months when we actually get there. But yeah, as to bringing back old cards, it's a fine line to tread. Like, I don't think they can bring back Zoo or like
They can
Dragon
bring Zoo.
Rulers or
can bring back
Spirals.
They can bring back Dragon Rulers.
Yeah, Dragon Rules suck. I mean, especially now with the shufflers.
With new support. They need to release a
Aren't they
Lightning
inherent?
Dragon Ruler.
Yeah, but you send them, and then just on resolution of the send, then you just bounce it and you go, good luck, dickhead.
Aha!
Yeah, there's definitely some cards, like if you compare them to Tier Element, could definitely come back, but then
Pretty sure they're
there is a
effective.
fine line that you tread, because some of them are so generic that Tier just add them and then becomes better.
Tier Dragon Link. Not Tier Dragon Link, Tier Dragon Rulers. You mill them, then you summon them.
Yeah, you just need more dragons.
Tier Zoo. You mill
got
them, then you
Bestials.
summon them.
Yeah, you just use the Bestials as the dragons instead. Still bring them back though. Who cares? Like, you don't have room. We don't have room for the Cashier tournament stuff. Let
60
alone
cards! Add all the cards!
bring back grass. No,
They didn't even run that card in fucking
Yeah, they
the
did.
OCG.
Yeah.
Well, they do now.
They did it first, not now. No. At first they were like, we probably need to play grass in this. And then they realised the same thing we did. And it's like, what if we just played 40 cards and make this as consistent as possible?
Yeah, because
When you can mill, mill 12 before Agito and Kelbeck, it's like, kind of good.
so good. What else could come off? Archetype wise, no, surely Zodiac can.
No.
Surely.
No.
No, they just brought it off and then they put it back. They gave us back Dryden and they're like,
This is a
Zeus
bad
exists?
idea.
No.
Oh, the Zeus stuff. Zeus sends by card effect. Oh, who cares?
Yeah, it triggers all its elements.
It screws over every other deck in the format.
Except elements.
Yeah, so maybe it's bad. I want to see Zoo versus Tier Element, actually. Do it. Bring it back. Give us Collector's Rare, Rapier. Rapier to 3.
Where's Starlight 1000 Eyes Restrict?
That would be very nice.
Oh, the scenes. Oh, I'd be so broke.
And not technically a question, because it was asked in a separate part of our
We'll get-
channel,
we'll get
but
careful with
Oracle has asked, Chambermaid Dragon Form when?
2032.
You reckon?
Yep.
Just in time for the Olympics.
Yes.
Yep, just as Ben's about to sell out his collection and retire from the game, they bring out Chamber
That'll be-
Dragon
that'll-
Maid
that'll
Form, and
be
he's
a
like,
word of me.
oh god.
Thinking of selling and they'll be like, fuck. Print it now, print it now, print it now, print it now. There's a giant red button at Konami that says release Chamber Dragon.
Print Scaly Porn.
Retirement discussion. I'm really keen on a retirement discussion plug one day. Is there a quitting point?
I've retired once and now I'm back.
Would you say it's retirement when you're only like 16?
I stopped playing well before that. I stopped playing when I was like 10.
Got his
Yeah,
own
see, we
service.
started later. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was only a thing when Bragg and I were like between 10 and 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I only
That's how
stopped
math
playing
checks out.
once. But
I'm
wasn't
trying to run the
retired.
math on when I stopped. No, I would have stopped playing when I was like 13, 14. Right before disposable income came along. What was I
Yeah.
thinking?
Opinions in the Discord. When would you plan? When do you like? What age would you see yourself that you would stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
What's your retirement plan?
Yeah. So I don't know.
I feel like there's also a kids ratio where, like, if you're young enough and you have kids, you'd still be in the game, and then by the time they're like 7 and 8, you're like, time for us to win Dragon Duel Worlds.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Win Dragon Duel Worlds, then I can retire.
For Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, they don't have the same sort of structure they do with
Jake-
Pokemon, do they?
No, but you should have seen the prizing that was handed out at WCQ this year.
No. I don't debate that as good prizes, but like, if your kid does win Dragon Duels and gets an invite to Worlds,
Yeah. Oh, anyone
You
who
have
gets
to
a
pay
Worlds...
for it.
No. Anyone who gets a Worlds invites, they're free.
yeah, the kid. But what about?
No, kids are allowed to bring a +1.
Yeah, because someone bought team.
Team-
Sorry,
yeah.
wife.
No, so it wasn't Walter. It was the other guy that year, because he was under 18, was given the funding for a +1, so he brought Team Samurai with him.
That's right. I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
remember that.
It was
Of all the
it was
people to
gay.
bring with you too, just him sitting in your ear on the entire flight.
Yeah. Was it pretty, I didn't hate that video though.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, he was much more tolerable back then.
It was pretty informative too. Like,
yeah, like back then, he would only get like hype beast. Oh my god, this is incredible on his pack opening videos, and his other videos were like structured. Now every fucking video is like, oh my god, guys, fucking this
You know what it is?
shit. And
It's TikTok.
yeah, it is. It's so he can make YouTube shorts.
Yeah, it's cringe.
rescue ace plastic.
This is a broken rescue ace combo. What you want to do is you want to draw your 5 cards and then go.
That will very much conclude us for today. Thank you all very much for watching. As I said, feel free to jump in the Discord. If you're listening on Apple Music and all that kind of stuff, feel free to favorite us. And we will catch you next week. Peace.
Bye.